I'm going to request that everybody speak in the microphone with the masks on.
Okay.
People
Thank you.
Two quick announcements before we get started this evening. There's a blood drive sponsored by Cecil No. 3 Volunteer Fire Company on Monday, February 22nd from 8:30 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. at 3351 Millers Run Road. Appointments are recommended by calling 412-209-7000. Pavilion rental for Cecil Township residents. Residents only will be the first Friday, March 5th, 2021, beginning at 6 a.m. Rental for non-residents is the second Friday in March, March 12th, 2021, beginning at 8 a.m. Pavilion rental is on a first-come, first-served basis. Moving into resolutions. Jack, am I loud enough? Okay. 31-2021. Consider application 2020-0022 for the Morgan Minor Subdivision Number 1 contingent upon addressing comments from the Township Engineer's letter dated January 21st, 2021. Location 243 Profio Road, McDonald, R1, Low Density Residential Zoning District. Applicants George and Kathleen Morgan. The Planning Commission recommended plan approval with a contingency on January 21st, 2021.
Members of the board, this is a simple subdivision located along Profio Road, as Cindy just read. There's two primary structures on this property. They're looking to subdivide off an approximately 1.2 acre lot. Here is outlined in red, with the red triangle is located around it. So each house would then sit on its own lot. The septic tanks have been located, and they're each individually on the lots. So there's no additional lots being created. This is just a subdivision to create conformity where there's non-conformity right now with two primary structures on one lot. The plan was reviewed by the Planning Commission and recommended for approval. They got us over a final plan today. I didn't get a chance to get a letter out, but they've addressed all the technical comments we had, so the plan is in order for your consideration tonight.
Thank you. Do I have a motion?
I have a question. What was the reason for the additional plan coming today? They did make some changes on it?
Yeah, they were just minor changes. One of the things, Eric, that they had the property line, they were dedicating right away to the township as opposed to keeping the property line in the center of the road where it was. I recommended that we did not do that because then we take obligation for trees that are on in the right of way within the township's responsibility. So most people will tell you now, we take a right of way on top of the property, and the property owner still owns to the center of the road. So they were dedicating right of way, and I said we didn't want. So we just leave Profio Road the way it was. That was really the biggest revision. They made a couple other minor changes.
Could you elaborate on the other changes, or you say you didn't see the drawing yet?
I did, yeah.
Okay.
They made the changes. I just didn't want to send a letter right to you.
All right.
It's clean.
I'll second. I'll second.
You made a motion.
Bobby made a motion.
And a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Passes 5-0. 032-2021. Consider the full release of financial security posted for the installation of private improvements for doodle bugs at South Point Land Development, a total reduction of $379,000 as recommended by the Township Engineer.
This is the doodle bugs over at South Point. I don't know if anybody's been over there, but the site is complete and ready for, the building is about ready for occupancy. They put all the improvements in on shown on the plan. They actually got me over an as-built plan today, which I told them was a contingency of approval. So we're good, and we are recommending full release of this money, which is for private improvements on the site in the amount of $379,000.
Can I have a motion?
I make a motion.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Passes 5-0. 033-2021. Consider authorizing the bidding of the 2021 pavement maintenance project.
Sure. Explain that. Good evening. You received a copy of this memo that we put together after Bill and I met to know the roads to be considered cul-de-sac. And we also do the two cul-de-sac streets off of Vista Drive, Parkside Drive from Vista Drive to Terminus, and also Christie Place from Vista Drive from Terminus to cul-de-sac. These roads have probably not been touched since the development was constructed approximately 20 years ago. Our scope of work will be our basic 3-inch mill, 2 inches of binder, 1.5 inch of wearing surface, and take care of any drainage work. The other road that's in the contract A will be Wilson Avenue from the 2020 terminus to Maloney Road. Last year we completed Wilson Avenue, a portion of it, and also did Bishop Valley in that neighborhood. So our total cost for contract A with those 4 roads would be $382,180. Any questions on those?
Yes, when I do Wilson Avenue, they're gonna raise them manholes up?
Yeah, we'll get the panels raised up tomorrow.
Okay.
Yes. We've got an allowance for adjustment on that. Okay. Contract B, which would be our capital fund project, that would be Elm Drive from the Fall Road to the cul-de-sac, including the stubs of Circle Lane, Hilltop Lane, and another stub called the we call it an alley. The scope of work will be performed here would include 3-inch rotor milling, profiling, base stabilization, and installation of some new storm sewers on the towards the end of Elm Drive. Since there's a wildcat storm sewer out there, nobody knows where it goes to and where it ends up. So that will be the scope of work for Elm Drive. And then we also have a portion of Ridgewood Drive from William Street to Lawnier Drive. That's in need of also some drainage work to replace the storm sewer from the creek up to the intersection of Lawnier Drive. So total for the contract B roads would be $356,852.50 is our estimated cost. And the total estimated cost for both contractors $739,032.50. I can adjust this. Dawn mentioned earlier about trying to get as much money into the liquid fuel account. We'll do whatever we can to make that adjustment. So that's what we propose. Bill and I have gone over it, and we'll come up with the issue.
Quick question. Where are you reading from those numbers? I wasn't following the numbers when you were saying. Is it down below?
You're down below here.
Thank you.
I'm sorry. I do have extra copies of the
So you were adding up all those contract A, and that's where you came up with the 392. Quick question, have we been using the, remember we had that service, those guys from CMU that would go around and evaluate the roads? Did we use any of that?
We'll use some of that information there, but these are roads that we had on prior years' budgets that we didn't move forward with because we put other roads to higher priority. These kind of got pushed down in the priority list.
So there should be no other roads then that are beyond 20 years old, is that what you're saying? Are there other roads out there that have not?
I wouldn't say that there's anything out there more than 20, but we've done an extensive amount of pavement maintenance work since Bill has come on board as the Public Works Director. And I think what's he been here, 7, 8 years? So we've done a lot. I emailed that.
Yeah.
Okay. Any other questions?
Well, Joe, I think for the board, I mean, this is just your authorization.
Right.
Providing your prices, we'll bring it back to you to make final decisions.
We'll look at other bids, before the March meeting and provide you with a recommendation.
Yeah, the key is getting out early, as everybody knows, that's where you get the best prices. So we always reserve the right to add or delete roads within there, and we'll make them fit within whatever going as budgeted related to this item.
I'll make a motion, go ahead, get the bids.
Is there a second?
Second.
Moved and seconded. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
034-2021, consider final settlement agreement with the PA Turnpike Commission and Walsh Construction. For those of you that remember, we already approved this one in November or December. But there was a few minor changes, nothing major, nothing that really impacts anything that Walsh went back to the Turnpike with and their consent. And so it's just a matter of us approving those minor changes, nothing directly impacts us.
Right, so this actually, there was an exchange between, so we had initially agreed to Turnpike, and then Walsh had some specific changes, and then at the time, now we're a month later, some of the time had passed to make some of the sections inapplicable. So this particular version, it's in all substance the same. It's a little cleaner, as you've seen, but that's really the only difference.
Any questions? Do I have a motion?
I'll make a motion.
Moved and seconded. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Passes 5-0. 035-2021, consider accepting the bid for the sale of the 2010 Elgin sweeper as is, where it is to Borough Township at a price of $35,501.
I'll make a motion.
I'll second it. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Passes 5-0. 036-2021, accept the resignation of Loren Anderson from the Planning Commission.
Make a motion.
Second.
Moved and seconded. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
37-2021, consider the appointment of,
Kristy Budavich.
hold on. Consider an appointment to the Planning Commission to fill the seat vacated by Loren Anderson. The appointment is for a 2-year term to expire January 2023.
Do we have a resume?
I made the motion for Kristy Budavich.
I want to stop this. Eric, you promised us a resume for the last guy, didn't turn one in.
I did.
When we got it.
I did.
Who did you
When?
send it
Dawn, did you receive it?
Text, yes.
Okay.
Text, I
to? No, a resume, not a text.
No, I never
No
received,
message, resume.
I received the text.
I saw the text message. It
So
just
did I.
said-
That's not a resume.
The text message said that he appreciated you reaching out to him with the interest for municipal authority. That's not a resume. We still know nothing about it.
And you promised us
It's
last
a
meeting.
letter of intent for the position is what it is.
No, it was a text message.
So-
That's what it was.
We don't have there is no policy in place. I had discussions with the board members. When you mentioned Michelle Stonemark last month, did you have a resume? Did you have a letter of intent for her to serve on one of the boards?
No, I didn't.
So we typically don't, okay?
Yes, we do.
We have checked. Did she have one for Michelle
Wait,
Stonemark?
time out. The
You
reason.
promised a resume, which you haven't come up with. Wait a minute, how could you vote for, how come you choose vote for him? You don't know
Hold on,
nothing
time
about
out. So she has expressed interest in positions before. All of you are well aware of who she is and what she's done in the township. That's why I brought her up. Mr. What was his name? Griffey? Is that what his name is?
I believe it, yes.
Yeah, who you appointed, I didn't know anything about him. You didn't give me the opportunity to consider whether or not I should or shouldn't vote for him because I knew nothing about him.
it. None of us did.
Well, the item on the table is Kristy Budavich for the planning commission.
Eric,
No.
she served on the comprehensive plan
She
committee
did.
there?
She did,
That's what I do recall.
yes.
I mean, I happen to know who she is.
Did you ask for a second?
No, we're having discussion.
It's a motion and then a second, and then you have discussion.
So
Gretchen, is that
earlier,
right?
I didn't-
You're not
I
running the
did-
meeting.
It is
Gretchen's
correct,
shaking her
it
head,
is
yes.
correct. But earlier, I didn't, it's because you don't want to hear what Ron and I have to say. Earlier, when you were asking questions before we even had a vote, I didn't stop you.